today's video we'll be talking about the MBT-70, and I prepared a little cinematic for you guys, so I hope you enjoy. Welcome back to another video, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, morning, or night, whatever time you're watching this. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that little cinematic. I really enjoyed making it. I think I spent about a full day and a half on it and everything. Anyways, thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it just as much as I did making it. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the topic of this video. So today we are talking about the MBT-70, which is currently a rank 6 US 9 battle rating 9.3 MBT, or medium tank. It's kind of like the budget Abrams, if you will, and it is a very fun vehicle. I think 9.3 is probably one of my favorite BRs out of all of them. I do really like top tier, but 9.3 is kind of fun because you're kind of in this weird mix of fighting Cold War vehicles, some modern, like super modern vehicles, and then some slightly older vehicles too, and you're still dealing with a lot of the newer players too, which can be kind of fun. But anyways, I don't want to bore you guys with the details. You guys can always just look up all the information about this vehicle, so I don't want to bother you too much with any statistics or anything. But I am going to go over my gameplay and thought process while I am playing this vehicle in at least 2 of these games, and I'll let you guys kind of watch the third as I give you my final thoughts on the vehicle. So anyways, we are on, I can't remember what map this is, but we are on this map, and we chose to go north spawn. I wanted to be up by A cap since that is the only cap on this base. Well, there's a T-55 here. I'm gonna back down a little bit before he notices me too much. I'm pretty sure he knows I'm here. I'm gonna just see if I can wait till either he gets distracted or, you know, maybe one of my teammates can help me out with this. So we're just gonna kind of chill here, just playing a little bit of a game of chicken. I am trying to mark him for my teammates just so that they know somebody's here, and it looks like he's probably trying to do the same as well, I imagine. Our M60A2 gets over onto the right of him, the left of me, so we're able to pop a shot into the guy behind him so we can deal with him so he doesn't take out our M60. And then this M60 is going to not get the kill, but I end up getting the kill on T-55 since he ended up being distracted. And so now that he's dealt with, we can push up a little bit and we can kind of deal with the guys that might be towards their spawn or just going through the middle of the field. Oh, there's Roycat. Deal with him. Not sure where the T-55 went. We at least shot him so that he's marked. There's a ZSU back here. We'll see if we can't get rid of him. And then we'll see if we can pop a shot into this guy. Bad shot. We did take out his cannon breech though, or cannon barrel, so he can't shoot or do anything. It looks like he pulled back down into their spawn. There's another guy. Object 122. Take out him. We're just going to kind of scan for any other targets that could be around here. Not sure really where they are, but I know there were guys to my right, but I'm not totally sure if they've been dealt with or not. So we're just going to kind of sit here and play King of the Hill. This map is a very King of the Hill type map. Whoever controls A really controls the map if you think about it. Even with a 3-cap scenario where you'll have people spread out a little bit more, you still do want to control the A hill because it has complete shots onto both spawns and also all the bases. So if you can control the hill, you control the game. Keeping that in mind, I did play on the hill significantly more aggressive than I normally do. I don't normally play super aggressive, actually in general. I'm normally a fairly passive player, and you guys can probably see that in a lot of my videos, but I decided I wanted to play a little bit more aggressive with this vehicle and just see if it would work or not, and it ended up working quite well. Something to note is it does have a fairly good reload. It's not crazy, but you do have a 7.5 second reload, at least with stock crew. And so I believe you can get that down to like 6 seconds ish with the dart at least. But if you are using the ATGM, you do have about a 12-second reload, which can be a little frustrating, but it's okay. So this can be a fairly good brawler, and then also having a separately mounted 20 mil on the top can be quite useful for breaking tracks, breaking guns, barrels, whatever. We're gonna kind of scoot over here. Oh my. Anyways, we're gonna kind of scoot through here and just see if we can't see any of them coming out of their spawn. It doesn't look like we'll have a lot more we'll get to do this game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. So let's jump over to the next one. So on this game, we are on Battle of Hurtgen Forest, and I decided to go really far north on this map. There's no base up here, but I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see if I can pull kind of a flank or side shoot off this. This ends up actually being quite a good game, and also a bit of a heartbreak, which is kind of unfortunate. But you know, we do the best we can, work with the team we got, and just do what we can. So I'm going over to this little dip right here that I can see in front of me. There's a lot of targets over to the right, obviously on the main kind of path coming from their spawn and everything. There's so many targets everywhere, and this is where it's a little annoying because you see so many targets and everything you could deal with, and you have all the time in the world to just take good shots like I should have done, but you know, it's okay. We live and we learn. So we're gonna just try to pot a lot of shots into these guys over on the side. I want to range this building just so I'm prepped for anybody that's at a similar distance like that guy. Take out his transmission. And we're gonna just kind of chill here for a little bit, see if we can't get any more shots. That guy unfortunately gets taken out before I can do anything. Just gonna keep scanning, keep scanning, keep scanning. A lot of scanning. I see another guy spotted over here, see if I can't do anything about him. Get another bad shot into the engine bay, which is quite unfortunate, but should be able to maybe pick up on the next shot. Nope, kill assist. But it's alright. But we're gonna kind of move up now. I'm not seeing a lot more, very many other targets, so we're just gonna kind of move up a little bit and see if we can get a different angle on them. And I'm also noticing nobody else is really up here. It doesn't look like any other light tanks really tried to get over here yet, so we're just going to kind of move up, be aggressive while we can. That way we can kind of take away their position to cover, because this little hill that's just like right in front of me right there is where they would normally come up, and they would hide if they come over this way. So if I can gain control of this hill and keep them from being able to hide over here, then their only option is to run through an open field, probably get shot by my entire team, and then also have to play King of the Hill with me at the end. So we see this TAM here, and we'll take him out. KPC-70 is running to the right. I unfortunately can't get any shots. There's another dude going to the right. These trees kind of block your view quite a bit, which is quite frustrating, and I wasn't really wanting to use my 20 mil too much because I didn't totally want to give away my position. I do realize somebody's shooting me at the left, it looks like. It is a warrior. Yeah, so we have a warrior over here that we have to deal with. But I'm going to just kind of stay low in my position here and try and back up a teeny weeny bit, and then just be aware that he's over on my left. Really the only way he can kill me from this distance is if he uses his ATGM, which we'll be able to hear him launch before it gets to us, and it's a pretty slow ATGM, so right now we're just going to keep scanning for any other targets that might be wandering about. I do hear somebody over here. It seems like the warrior is trying to machine gun as many of the trees down as he can, which I think is kind of funny. We'll fire a little machine gun back at him. Whoa, so somebody else over here, it looks like a bagel panzer. He's running along, we'll take care of him. Get rid of him so we don't have to deal with him anymore there. And then it does look like they got a hold of C cap, so we do need to be aware of that. One thing to note is that if you are playing this position, you cannot really help with any of the bases at all. You can help with B and A, at least from keeping targets getting in there, but there are also so many ways to get around your line of sight when being here. So don't totally rely on it, and if your team is struggling with the bases, it would probably just be better to go down and help. It looks like somebody else knows I'm here, so we'll hit a shot into the back, take out his gunner, track, and fuel tank. Unfortunately, not a kill shot, but I hear the ATGM coming. Wait for it to impact, and then we're gonna pop over, see if we can't hit him at all. Doesn't look like we can. Alright. We're just gonna wait here. Keep scanning, keep scanning. I see somebody else is spotted over here. I hear an engine on my left, and I'm not sure what it is. Peek over the hill, looks like a bagel. I'm gonna just take my chances, get a shot off on him. Now, I did do that in third person because I wanted to be able to see when my reticle had gotten over the hill and I could actually shoot, because sometimes when you're in your scoped view, it can be a little bit deceiving on when you can actually shoot over a hill versus when you can't. So that's why I did it in third person. It's also just a little easier to shoot over hills in third person anyways. Let's see, looks like we got a chieftain over here. I noticed he has ammo in the front of his vehicle right behind the driver, and so we're gonna try to get a shot into that. Unfortunately, went too high on that shot, but we're just going to reload and readjust. And a good shot there. So, just little things to make sure you note when you do shoot somebody to pay attention to where their ammo or the last of their crew members are, so you can get that final shot in if need be. Now, it does looks like somebody else is in A, but I'm not sure where they are or what they are. But I assume they're probably on the back side. So there's not really anything I can do about it. I'm gonna try to kind of tell my team to get into A, because we are losing pretty badly right now. They're up 3 caps on us, so I would like us to get into A and then see if they can push into B or C as soon as they can. Here's someone on my left again. It looks like it's CA-35. We're again gonna take our chances here since he's just a fire. Get rid of him. One more down. Lob a shot at him to see if we can't do anything about it. Looks like it's a Jack Panzer, so didn't do any damage to him, but that's alright. And we are riding like right on the red line for this map. I hear something to my left. I'm like, oh my goodness. There is at least 2 helicopters that are trying to take me out here, because obviously they got very tired of me getting all of them. So throw one shot at him, unfortunately completely miss. Whatever that was goes off, and then we're gonna pop smoke and see if we can't just bait these helis out a little bit. There's at least 2 there. We're gonna see if we can't bait them. They unfortunately hit my track, and the next one hits my engine, so I am pretty much complete sitting duck now. We're just gonna see if we can't hit any of them through the smoke. And unfortunately, we're getting hit from all angles. Get taken out by the Alouette. We're at 8 kills, 3 assists so far. Our team is losing this fairly badly, but let's bring it back up out and see if we can't deal with anybody. Maybe we can pop a nuke, but we'll see what we can do here. Trying to get them to go to B, because if they can get B, then we'll be just fine. But unfortunately, our guy closest to B is a T-10M, so he will not be getting there anytime soon. The helis are also still in the air, surprisingly, so it looks like was this Alouette Scout, whatever this is. Let's see if we can't deal with him, maybe. At least scare him off a little bit with a 20 mil. Let's see if we can get lays on him. Yoink. Bonk. The Scout AH is down, and then we're gonna literally just YOLO as fast as we can to either get to B or get the last few kills we need to be able to get the nuke. We're gonna help this T-10M here. It looks like there's a guy in front of him. We're gonna see if we can help take him out. Unfortunately, T-10M dies before I can help, but we should be able to get a good shot for this guy. We're gonna keep going, just go as fast as we can. The other heli is still over here to the side. So we're going to get a few shots into him. We get a nice crit on him, and then die to CA-35 on our right. But we should, in theory, have enough spawn points for a nuke, so we'll try and get through all these loading screens as fast as we can. We do have a nuke. We're We're gonna pull that out. We do have A and C cap, which is good. We do have A and C cap, so we at least won't bleed tickets too fast, but we'll just try to get into the air as fast as we can, and then see if we can't drop this or not. And we do get the kill for that outlet. It does look like they are getting A cap now, so they're decapping A. We're still holding C, and they're holding B. We are quite a ticket difference right now, probably like a 10x difference currently. So far, some of our guys are taking out some of theirs. One of our BMPs gets taken out by a Gepard, though. We're 12.5 kilometers out, now coming down to 12. We're 12 kilometers out, working on 11. It looks like they're rolling into C, and we'll see if we can't get any guys to roll into A. We're so close. We're going full throttle, 110% afterburner, 800 kilometers an hour. At 200 meter altitude. We only have 8.5 kilometers to go. It looks like they got a hold of A and a hold of C, and so we do not have very many tickets left, and we get our guys into A. Oh man, it's gonna be close. Looks like our guy is still in A. One of our guys gets taken out, and we're almost, and the game runs out 2 kilometers from the battlefield. This next game, we're just playing super aggressive, and we're just gonna kind of play ring around around the rosy in the base. But I kind of wanted to talk about the tank for a minute or two while you guys watch this final game. The MBT-70 is currently a 9.3 American MBT. It is kind of like the budget Abrams, or entry-level Abrams, so to say. It's armed with a 152mm gun, which is equipped with, you do get a stock heat shell, but you get XM5781 as your top tier round with 285mm of penetration, and you do also get MGM51C ATGMs. Something to note is that the ATGMs do have a longer reload than the standard gun does, so the standard gun has between like a 6 and 7.5 second reload. However, if you do use or load an ATGM, it gets bumped up to 12-second reload. You do also get a 20mm RH202 cannon on the roof of this vehicle, unlike the XM803. This is pretty much the identical layout to the KPZ-70, those who are wondering. Obviously, this is a tech tree vehicle, so you don't get any premium bonuses or anything. Would I put a talisman on this vehicle? Honestly, if you're still grinding the American tech tree and you want a tech tree vehicle to put a talisman on, this would probably be it. This and the XM246 would be my 2 recommendations for American grinders currently, at least halfway through the tech tree. Armor wise, it's pretty cool. It's like pretty good, but it's also kind of close to that top tier range where armor becomes relatively obsolete just because of how many high pen darts or ATGMs are around. But it does survive a few things pretty good. Something to note is if you do get shot with a dart right above the gun mantlet, it is almost a guaranteed death. There is almost nothing you can do about it. You get smoke grenades, dual control, reverse gearbox, so you go just as forward reverse as you do forward. You have 1,475 horsepower, and you get a 64 kilometers an hour forward and 64 kilometers an hour reverse. You do also get hydro-pneumatic suspension. For anyone that is wanting to get this vehicle, I do recommend it, and it does have my seal of approval. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next, or any other video ideas or challenges you guys have. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.